Hello and namaste. Welcome back to my channel, 𝗦𝗛𝗔 Stock Analyst. This is Neeraj. So in today's video, I would like to give you the 5 monster stock market predictions for the year 2023. So before starting this video, I would just request to subscribe. So let's start without wasting much time. So if you remember in last year, not in last year, but in this year, 2022, Russian government, the Russian central bank linked its currency directly to the gold. That was a master stroke. So the first prediction is about gold and ruble and the crude oil. So how you can play as an investor, how you can make money. So my thinking is that the gold, ruble and the crude oil are connected in such a way that if the crude oil price goes up, the gold price will be down and Russian ruble will be strong. In a way, it will appreciate against US dollar. And if the gold price goes up, then the crude price comes down and Russian ruble will depreciate against US dollar. So either way, you can either buy gold or crude oil or ruble. That way you can interplay this. So in 2023, my understanding and estimate is that for the first quarter of 2023, because of the Chinese situation, very bad in COVID situation, and also because of their Lunar New Year, so which already kind of holiday period up to the March, the crude oil price will not move much, and because of that, you will see the gold actually going down. And if the gold goes up, then definitely the Russian ruble will also depreciate against dollar. So I see a range of Russian ruble for the first quarter from 65 to 75 against US dollar, and for the crude oil between $84 to $92 per barrel against US dollar. Because nobody will tell you, but I have my interaction with the Chinese businessmen here in Russia and I know the situation very well. They are saying that container goods and shipments are just lying unattended in warehouses and ports. Absolutely, there is no economic activity going on because of the terrible COVID situation. So that is going to continue, and then the Lunar New Year comes. So that is why I have given this prediction for the gold and ruble. Now this is the context. Now the second monster prediction is about the food crisis. So how it is going to pan out? Why I am talking about food crisis in 2023? You know, this Ukraine conflict in Russia started in 2022 in February. But if you have noticed that the sowing season, which is generally for this region, Russia, Ukraine, is from March, April till September, October it goes. Till that time, in this year, the situation still was not so bad. Russia didn't full-fledged kind of it always used to say that special operations, and the intensification of war was not so much. That is the reason this year you could still see the wheat, sunflower oil, corn coming from Ukraine. But post-September, October, if you look at the situation in last 2-3 months, it has been terrible destruction. It's a war has intensified and Russia has officially declared it as a war. And that is the reason I believe that in 2023 that most of the agricultural fields and everything has been destroyed. So this year you will not see that sowing happening in large portion of in Ukraine. And because of that, the crops like wheat, sunflower oil and corn production will be affected, and this will impact the prices. Prices will go up. This is going to create the food crisis for 2023. So this is the thing. Now the third main predictions comes is metal prices, because everybody is interested in knowing about what will happen to commodity and metal prices. So let me give you one mantra for looking at the market rally, how to determine. This is, metal prices generally are the first to peak, means it goes peak at the peak, and the financial stocks and the bond yields are the last to peak. In any rally, if you know, the metal prices peak and then it will be the first, and then will be the, the bond yields will be the financial stocks will peak. So if you look at this particular peaking period between March to June 2022, this year, we had seen that all the metal prices were at peak and the stocks had peaked. And now towards the end of this year, you see that bond yields and the financial stocks had rallied. So this also gives an indication that we are almost at the end of the market rally. And that way, my understanding or the prediction is that the 2023 will be bad for the stock market, because we are already, the peak rally is behind us. Fourth is that what to look into this. Then people will ask, okay, everything is bad, so which is the place to look for investment? So my suggestion is that, my prediction is that it would be better to look at the value stocks, not the growth stocks. Where you had seen in last year when the markets rally, technology, IT, and so-called new age stocks and IPOs were at very high valuation. So people were just looking at like herd mentality. Oh, this is the technology stocks is going up, not looking at valuation. They were so expensive, and not expensive in terms of the price. Whenever in stock market parlance we talk about expensive, we talk in terms of valuation, not in price. So one stock may be 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees or $100, $200. But on the valuation, that is PE and other parameters, it may be trading at 10, 12, 15 times. It's not so expensive. Even though the price, 1,000 rubles or the 1,000 rupees and $100 look expensive. But some stock may be only say available at 100 ruble or $100. But on valuation, if you look at it is trading at 25, 30 times. This is called expensive. So all the technology stocks and all these things, these are growth stocks. So now we will again look at the value stocks. That is my prediction. That you should start looking at the valuation, where the valuation of PE is say from 5 to 10 to 15 maximum. Not 20, 30, 50, 40, like that kind of P valuation. No. Then, which are the other stocks? The fifth and the last market prediction is stocks or the companies which cater to the domestic economy and domestic consumption, not to the global export-oriented economy or the export-oriented stocks. So these are the stocks which are going to do well. So you have to look for the companies which cater to the domestic, local economy. Because in 2023, as I am predicting, is that there will be a lot of global headwinds in form of this inflation, high bond yields. As we talked about, the situation will not be so conducive for the stocks market to rally. So those stocks will be better, domestic consumption story stocks, as compared to the export-oriented stocks. Now, the last, give me a little bit that what is all this based about, that people will ask it, that why the market was rallying and everything was going on, is that impact of interest rate increase generally is felt with a lag period of 3 to 6 months. So you saw that in US Fed increased that interest rates in this year, but still market continued to rally. It generally doesn't happen like this. If you look at the history, from 2018, that US Fed had started increasing market rates, interest rates from 1.25% till the end of 2019, they had doubled it to 2.5%. And you look at the stock market in India and in the world over, it was flat or kind of directionless. It didn't do anything. The same way, if you look at the stock market Now it is rally because the US Fed started increasing interest rates from March of 2022 this year. So the effect will be felt in 2023. That is what I just wanted to give my 5 most predictions. And just a request all of you before ending this video is, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, you please subscribe, push a notification button, and if you like this video, you please put a like. And for personalized investment consultancy, it is on the chargeable basis. You can contact me by mail or my WhatsApp number and we can set up a meeting. That's it from my side, and ciao from Neeraj. See you.